and welcome to Capacity TV. My name is Nadine Hawkins and I'm the editor at Capacity Magazine. I'm joined at ITW 2024 by Enrico Bagnasco, Chief Executive Officer at Sparkle. Thank you for joining us. As the global bandwidth demand rises, how is Sparkle strengthening its cable infrastructure?
Well, we strongly believe in let's say a double strategy. On one hand, of course, we need to develop more infrastructure, but we don't think that is enough, and this is where the second idea comes into place, and that is route diversity, because we strongly believe that there is a clear need for this diversification of paths. And let's say that the very recent facts on the Red Sea and around Africa prove this strategy to be very, very right. The second approach would be on more on the technology. There are now available the so-called C+L technology that allow basically to double the spectrum and transmission capacity on the same fiber pairs. That's a full refurbishment project we are developing, and again it's proving to be very interesting because on high traffic routes, just by investment in the technology, you get double capacity, so it makes a lot of sense. Also in terms of managing cost against price depreciation.
Yeah, and in America, Sparkle's recently opened its Panama Digital Gateway and extended the submarine cable assets. How does this contribute to the development of the area?
Well, the corridor from North to Central to South America is very relevant for Sparkle. It's the second area of business development, of infrastructure development for us. And of course, Panama is right at the center of it. Panama is the junction point between Pacific and Atlantic, among other things. So the data center will be very instrumental in our evolution, in the business development. Together with the data center, we have deployed the landing of the Curie submarine cable in Panama. So we are the only one providing this ability, not just to go on the express route from Los Angeles to Santiago, but also with a stopover in Panama.
Yeah. And how does Sparkle support business growth and digital transformation?
Business transformation and digital transformation, again, is another very interesting part of the business. The offering to enterprises, multinational enterprises, is the fastest growing business segment for us in percentage terms, not in absolute terms, but in percent. Very promising. So, and this is indeed a different ball game than wholesale, as more sophisticated networking, very heavy focus on security. The numbers are different. When you get an SD-WAN contract, you may need to activate 300, 400 endpoints. But it's very, very rewarding, very rewarding. So the idea there is that in a top of connectivity, you need to add software connectivity. So SD-WAN, you need to add the security, like SASE. On the security case, we just completed a technology POC using quantum safe encryption to provide yet an additional layer of security to enterprises that in some cases, like institutions or military and so on, do require a better level of, a higher level of security. The other area of digital journey is the use of AI. We do not develop AI. Of course, we use AI. We have a vast program which is providing very interesting results already. The first focus is internal, so it's automation of the network operation activities first. Automatic correlation between faults, alarms, and customer complaint, automatic rerouting of traffic in case of faults, automatic tuning of the network and amplifiers in case of degradation. So a lot of activity that today require high skill and a high availability of workforce, which will remain but will be more used in the analysis and in the preparation, while the daily routines more and more will be optimized. And we are very happy. We started this project about 1 year ago, and by the end of last year we had the first results in fields. Network operation team is very happy, which is
Everyone's
almost
happy.
impossible, typically.
And what are the key areas of focus for you for the coming years?
Well, for the coming years, let's say that we need to remember Sparkle is a full liner, meaning that we do provide everything from voice to mobile to data to infrastructure and colocation. So each line of business has like its own strategy, its own investment cycle. On the voice, indeed, the name of the game remains margins and protection against frauds and against credits. So the service is still very relevant, but it needs to be managed very, very carefully. Mobile is experiencing a double-digit growth, which is very, very interesting, mainly driven by machine-to-machine and IoT, of course, but unexpectedly, I would say, very relevant growth. On the data traffic, can be capacity, can be IP, and in the colocation, the name of the game is infrastructure availability and of course quick activation of services. There you need to invest, develop new infrastructure, develop alternative routes, as I already said. And again, for enterprises, it's more a matter of value-added services for the enterprises you can build on top connectivity. All enterprises are going through their journey to cloud, let's say, more or less. And journey to cloud for us is a very relevant driver for connectivity, of course.
Thank you, Enrico, for joining us at ITW 2024. It's been great to learn more about Sparkle, and thank you for joining us.